All right. So yesterday, while I was in the middle, well, I guess 2/3 of the way through my 36-hour fast, and I got really high. And again, I was fasting on hard mode, right? You know, I got really high on marijuana products. Fasting on hard mode, had the munchies. I decided, you know what? I'm going to try to distract myself and watch a movie. And yesterday I watched Gravity. It was added to HBO Max recently, to my understanding. I saw it on the front page. And I sat back and I gave it a go. This movie, I'm not going to lie, really good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. This movie, I mean, if it is, so anyway, they're in space. Something goes on with the Russians for some reason. There's like a missile explosion, and then like all the space junk orbits around the planet and like fucks their shit up. They're in space. They're at like, they're repairing a space station, right? And so the whole movie is like an anxiety inducing, like they're trying to survive in space, right? And the cinematography, the camera work is incredible. One thing I love about this movie is how the camera will focus on objects. Like when she gets into the airlock, the main character gets into an airlock, takes her glove off, right? But like the camera's focused on her hand, right? Like moving. And then she takes the glove off, right? But then so the hand stops moving and all we're seeing is the glove and it floats away from her body. And it's like, whoa, did she, like, what? No, she just took her glove off. But anyway, that kind of shit. This movie is super artsy. It's super artsy, and I think it does a really good job of being super artsy. So there's two characters in this movie. There's George Clooney and Sandra Bullock. And so George Clooney like floats off into space and dies for some reason. It didn't really make too much sense, but you know, whatever. I love the scene where she's in like the escape pod and like George Clooney comes back, right, and then teaches her how to use the escape pod, but she was just hallucinating, right? That was pretty cool. So you can make the argument that she actually died in the escape pod and the rest of the movie is a hallucination. That's my preference. That's my ideal, that's my fan theory. But yeah, this movie was super fun. It's not that long. It was only like an hour and a half. And it's, again, the main factor of this is I love the camera work. It's a very, it's a very anxiety-inducing movie, right? Like, cause like she's got low oxygen, and she gets back into the space station as her oxygen tank depletes. But because there's oxygen in a damaged space station, then it catches on fire, and there's little like globs of fire, you know, going around like little small things, right? Because the oxygen is going into the, and then of course the fire breaks out. Then she's got to leave the space station and like avoid the fire, and it's just like every part of this movie was like just anxiety inducing. Then she gets into like the Chinese escape pod and she doesn't know Chinese or whatever. And then she lands on Earth and it's like, oh shit, the windows broke out. You know, every part of this movie is anxiety, anxiety, anxiety. And again, I was 25 hours into a 36-hour fast. And I was high as fuck, right? So I was like hungry. I was in that kind of panicky state from the weed a little bit. Not too much, but I did have a lot. Because, you know, I wanted to do something. But anyway, so I was like, oh my god, like I was like feeling it a little, and it was good. I enjoyed it. You know, it doesn't make perfect sense scientifically, but whatever. It's a great movie when it comes to the camera work, the cinematography. I also love how there's only like 2 actors, and then you got like Ed Harris on the radio or something, right? Like, not bad. It's not bad. It's 90 minutes. It's not too long, right? It's not like an Interstellar or something like that where it's like fucking 17,000 years long. But, like, it's fun. It's enjoyable. She gets back onto Earth, you know, and that's fine. I love the scene where she's, like, crawling onto the mud and she's just, like, touching the mud. It's just great. Anyway, not bad. Gravity, not bad. A solid, not bad.